Hola, mi llamo White Time. Welcome back to the channel. We're listening to James Taylor's Walking Man today. I really need to find like a set intro. Usually I just scream.
Yeah,
Um, we'll figure that out eventually. But we got the new graphics. We're getting more professional up here.
that's right.
So recommend intros in the comments. That's your homework this week. We'll
And
pick the best one and use it forever.
yeah.
But look at the wheel footage while you do that.
Oh, well,
Frick.
it is James Taylor's Walking
I
Man.
saw it get so close to Corey Feldman. I was getting there. Dang it. Wow. This one's been on the wheel since day one, I think.
Yes, we're on a day one roll
Let's go.
because I think
Oh
we
yeah, we
did
are because
Common
we had common
last. So,
and then tribe and then this one. So
yeah.
they're popping up and getting them out of here. I
So we
think we
only
only
have
have two
two,
left. Yes,
Corey
Fuji's.
Feldman and Fuji's.
Ooh, both bangers,
Yeah.
their own accord. But this is your album, so I have no information for you.
Okay. I don't have a whole lot either. There's not a
Great.
whole lot about this album. Um, I talked about this a little bit in the 27 and a half favorite albums video we made, uh, I don't know, a while ago.
Sometime last year.
Yeah.
I remember.
But I talked about it a little bit. This is not his most commercially successful or critically successful album. That would be Gorilla. And I had been wrestling with either doing Walking Man or Gorilla, listening to both of them. I think if any James Taylor record you would actually like, I think it would be Walking Man. So
Okay.
that's what we're going with. And it's also my favorite, so that also helps.
Perfect.
But there's songs I like and there's songs that I don't like on both of these records.
Fantastic.
So if I remember right, I don't think it was like my favorite album, but I think this one was up there because
I
there's
don't
some
remember
highs
our
here,
rankings at all. So
and I probably would change it now. But
exactly.
yeah, this one is not very popular. I like it. There's a lot of middle fingers to Nixon because that's
Always
who
good.
was president at the time. So there is a great deal of kind of protest songs on here, which you don't really get a whole lot of with James Taylor. And he's pretty good at writing lyrics, so they're pretty good protest songs too. So you got that. And then there's a cover, which he does all the time. So
Okay.
we'll get to that when we get there. I'm sure you'll be able to recognize it though.
Probably.
But we'll start off with by far the most popular track, Walking Man.
The only one in the millions, actually.
Yeah.
8 of them.
So I think the story goes that like this whole album was a flop. It only sold like 300,000 units. But Walking Man is still one of the fan favorites. So don't ask me how that happened,
Okay.
but it
Yeah.
did. So let's get started with Walking Man.
Yeah.
Say, who is this walking man?
Like to name an album.
Yeah.
Well, the leaves
What?
It's a little trick that he does.
That's crazy.
and whose has gone to fly, and bridges are for burning. So don't your one's always missing, and something is never quite right. Ah, but who would want to listen to you, kissing his existence goodnight? Walking man.
The classic fade out.
Of course.
Of course. I don't remember if there's a lot of those on this record.
Very
Like,
drawn out fade out too.
oh, for sure. Like 30 seconds. He's walking along.
He's walking
Yeah, exactly. I think we can probably start talking now.
Yeah, probably.
Well, that was the first track, Walking Man. What'd you think?
Not bad. The arrangements are very, very pretty.
Yes.
I like the subtle string sections that would come in. It all sounds like it just makes sense. It just works.
It just
Um,
works.
Lyrically, I wasn't paying attention too much. There was just a lot of picture painting. I was more focused on the guitar parts
Yes.
and how the instrumental moved, which I enjoyed quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's very walking on a fall day type beat,
Yes.
if you will.
Yeah.
But yeah, this kind of music, it's like so stuck in like a certain like era for me, where it's like this is like perfect music to set to a scene but not listen to.
Yes. Yeah.
In
yeah.
my eyes.
That was kind of what you were talking about with Jim Croce too.
Yeah,
And
same thing.
I think that is a very good comparison. Even though I do listen to it, I could totally see like, you know, if Tarantino was making a movie in like the mid '70s,
Exactly.
use stuff like
It's just
this.
I have zero connection from somebody that far back, and I don't think I do with any artist that far back, even the ones I really like. So
Okay.
it's like a weird disconnect thing, but
Well, we'll see.
maybe it just reminds me of stuff from back then. That's probably why.
It
'Cause it is
might.
very like of that time.
What I will say is that some of the stuff coming up lyrically in some of the protest songs is pretty universal. It isn't like directly at Nixon. It's more just like, I hate this politician, but like you could kind of fill in whoever you want. So it was kind of epic with, you know, Trump, because that's when I
True.
found it. I was like, oh, well, this kind of fits perfectly. It's this old timey sounding stuff that still kind of applies today, which is kind of like what Marvin Gaye did and what's going on too.
Yeah.
But and we'll get into that later. First, we gotta get to rock and roll is music now.
That's cap.
Well,
Rock and roll is never music.
I hate rock
That's the
and roll.
devil's music, brother.
I'm going to ban dancing in my town if they dance to rock and roll.
Mama knows and Papa knows that rock and roll is music. Rock and roll is music now. To the invader go the fruits of war. He misses home and his boots are sore. He has not got no roots no more. He comes for your gold. Watch out for your soul.
Got another classic
I'll
fade
fade
out.
out. Let's go. This one's 20 seconds though.
Not as long.
Not as grand as the first one.
Yeah. Man, I did not remember there being that many fade outs on this thing, but
It was a very common thing back then.
it really was. But that was rock and roll is music now.
That is surprising to me. I've
Is it?
never heard a rock and roll song. Ever.
Trust me, rock and roll was not music before 1974.
It's true.
He started it.
This was before the satanic panic of it too.
Yeah, it was.
So. Became music and then it became the devil's music.
That's true. After Black Sabbath
So.
did some backwards stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little strange.
Yeah.
But that song did sound like a rock song for someone that hasn't heard a lot of rock. Which is kind of cool. It's like old school.
It is old school.
Where before it got like louder
Mm-hmm.
and more aggressive.
Yes.
They swapped out the strings for the horns, which good touch. I like when they do the more instrumentation. There's more to grasp onto,
Mm-hmm.
other than just the typical guitar, drum kit, singer. You're good. Yeah. Lyrically, he paints very good pictures. I'm getting
Yes. Well, did
less
you?
storylines and more like painting very clear images of what he's doing.
Yeah. I think that one's a good one to kind of get started off in like the kind of socially aware kind of stuff, because it's I think he's borrowing a lot of tropes from like, you know, before Elvis and like when rock was like predominantly like the like black music, you know. And then he tells the story of like slavery and how it's like it's become like rock and roll is music now that a bunch of white people are doing it.
Right.
Which also goes into the cover, which is I'll just give it away because it does work with what we're talking about here. It's The Promised Land. That is a Chuck Berry song that was popularized by Elvis. So I think there's some very, specific reasons why he chose that song to cover, especially after this track here, kind of going over his thoughts on the whole thing. So,
Yeah, I pretty much got that in some roundabout way. You explained it better because you obviously have more context. But yes,
I sure
that was
do.
the feeling I got.
Yes.
I think Vietnam War as well.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of that in there.
Yeah.
Or Korea, whatever was more recent at that point.
Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Yeah. So I like that one.
Not bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I do like Walking Man a little bit better
Mm.
because it felt like it knew what it was doing a little bit more.
Yeah.
This one they could have. I don't know if it could have been like more authentic because I don't know what the sound of everything was at this time.
True.
I
Yeah.
think if you did this nowadays, it'd be seen as like, this is not what that sounds like. But
No.
back then, it's like, yeah, this is pretty accurate. But
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. There's not a whole lot about this album, so I wasn't able to find a whole lot of background and stuff like that. I did find out that there's some interesting backing vocals. I assume that it was on this one, but you got Paul and Linda McCartney.
okay,
The Beatles and James Taylor have like this like relationship. I don't know if you know about that.
No.
When the Beatles launched their American record label Apple Records, James Taylor was the first one to be on it. So I think Paul McCartney is kind of like always doing backing vocals for James Taylor, and also Carole King, obviously. So I would assume that it's on that one because there's a lot of backing vocals, especially at the end.
I would think so.
But suffice to say, let's move on to probably the first direct protest song, Let It All Fall Down. So
I hope this has a fade out.
I think it might, if I remember correctly.
Sing a song for the wrong and the wicked and the strong and the sick as these down. Well, it ain't nobody's fault but our own. Still, at least we could show the good sense to know when we've been wrong, and it's already taken too long. So we bring it to a stop, then we take it from the top. Let it all fall down together. Let it fall down, let it fall down, let it all fall down. Let it fall down, let it fall down.
Oh, I was a coward.
Do it. It's gonna finish. No. Oh, I'm gonna count that as a finish.
It's more of a finish than any of the other songs.
He relieved the chord structure.
You sure did.
Good. I've never heard a protest song so chill.
Yeah.
It's just like chilling, you know.
It's Walking Man, and just
He's just walking. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, bad man. Oh,
Yeah.
that's not good. Oh, it's just a walk over here.
yeah.
Yeah, I really like the arrangements. They sound simple until you start listening deeper, and then you realize there's a lot more going on in there.
Mm-hmm.
Just the chords he was using, very nice.
Yeah.
I like them. Kind of dueling a little bit. And then the all falls down. Everything descends with it. Very
Yeah.
cool.
Giving me that time in a bottle kind of vibes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much so. But yeah, compared to like other protest songs from this era that I'm familiar with, like Bob Dylan did it like extremely well, I think.
Yes.
But I think he's got a different way of songwriting, so I can't really judge the two.
right.
I think the orientation of everything makes it easy to understand him lyrically. There's not a whole lot that can be misconstrued or missed. It's
Yeah.
very straightforward, which is cool because Bob Dylan can get extremely heady.
Yes. Which isn't a bad
and that
thing.
can be hard. It's not a bad thing. It's
No.
just when I'm listening to something for first time, I'm never going to pick up everything Bob Dylan says
Right.
because that man is like a weird. He's a very weird wordsmith, but
Yes.
yeah. and this one's just soothing and nice.
Mm-hmm.
So
See, yeah, that's why I like it a little bit more than,
Mhm.
I think that James Taylor and Dylan are saying the same things, but I like James Taylor's sound a little bit more than I like
Mhm.
Dylan's sound.
And I think politically wise, I think this is more of an overarching thing where Dylan would go specifically at housing segregation
Yeah.
and like gerrymandering,
Yeah.
stuff like that. I think that was all on Highway 61. I don't know. We
I think
listened to
so.
3 Bob Dylan albums within like 3 weeks, and it gets confusing. But
Yeah.
yeah, but overall, pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I would never listen to any of these songs like, just randomly, but objectively, I'm liking arrangements and stuff.
Okay. Well, that's a good sign. That's better than you hating it. So it's a win
Yes.
in my book.
I think it'd take a lot for me to hate something.
Well, we'll see about that.
Okay.
We got Me and My Guitar next. Actually, it should be My
and My-
Guitar and I.
Coward, idiot, go to
So
school.
stupid.
Me and my guitar. I got a dog named David. I got a bird named Dinah. I got a birthmark on my thigh in the shape of mainland China. Woogie. Got the. Me and my guitar. Me and my guitar. Me and my guitar.
Another fade out.
Yes, dude.
We're 3 for 4.
Let's go.
All right. Me and My Guitar, aka My Guitar and I. What did you think?
I think he likes his guitar
He sure does.
and himself.
Yes.
He likes to have fun and boogie and woogie.
He sure does like to do those things. I'm gonna be straight up. That's not my favorite song.
I'm gonna agree with you.
Yeah.
I like one part of the song, and that's when it opens up for the chorus.
Yes.
I think that expands quite well, but it feels really awkward during the verses with like the electric guitar doing like the funk type thing,
Yeah.
and then the acoustic guitar not matching it. Felt kind of weird. There's also like a twang to it, which doesn't match at all. It's more like almost country. It's like really weird.
Yeah.
And then they bring in a harmonica and like a trumpet near the end, and I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
he's having fun.
He's having fun boogie woogie. Yeah. An important note is that this does introduce a very important character to this album. This album
Okay.
is a concept album with a lot of intricate plot details and things. This
I
introduces.
haven't even been in concept album mode. That's crazy.
Oh wow, you should have been this whole
I
time.
should have been. I didn't know.
Yeah. It introduces his dog David, who does come up on the album again.
Great.
So keep your ears peeled for when David rears his ugly head back again and does some shenanigans. Won't be in this next song though. Daddy's Baby. A lot of soft rock guys like making songs for their children.
They really do.
Yeah. Don McLean did that too.
Think of her doing songs for children. Stevie Wonder has the best one
Well,
ever, though.
I mean, you can't really.
What's got you thinking? What's got you singing so low? Is there something I should know? Something you.
That is Daddy's Baby.
That was pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that your
that
favorite
one.
song?
Walking Man still might have it,
Okay.
but I think I'd put that second.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
I did not expect that. Why'd
It's,
you like it?
Chord structure is very similar to today's sad indie.
Oh, okay. I can see
least-
that.
I don't know theory, but that's how it makes me feel. And usually songs of that same realm carry the same type of sound, um,
Nice.
which is present. But I like when it's stripped back like that. Just a guitar lets his voice shine. Pretty
Mm-hmm.
good stuff. Nice and short as well. Doesn't drag on. I
Gets
think
in
the
and
one
out.
thing that kills it at the end is like those like weird voice things because it throws off
Yeah.
the emotion, particularly because it sounds fake. Because you can hear like the different presses of the different notes,
Mm-hmm.
so it doesn't. If it was smooth, that would be the best part of the track. But it kind of throws it off emotion wise because it's like, okay, this is kind of eerie now because it's like you're playing these separate notes and I can hear them being played.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird to put that at the end of a lullaby, if that's what
Yeah.
this is. Um, so yeah, it's a little weird, but
Hmm.
I that one's not like up there. That's probably in the middle for me. That's why I'm surprised it's your second favorite.
I think he played to his strengths.
He did. He has a very unique voice, and
Mhm.
he kind of leans on it.
And when
And-
talking to his child, this kind of tone of voice that he often uses that can feel weird felt natural. So
Ah.
that could be why too.
Gotcha.
This
Well-
is not the voice of a political commentator.
No, it is not. Well, let's move on to Ain't No Song.
But it is a song.
Maybe he'll address that in the song.
Darn. I was hoping it'd just be like nothing.
Ain't no song. 3:30 of nothing.
You know I would have played it. Ain't no day or night. Ain't no way around it. I know I would have found it. There ain't no song in the whole wide world hardly sing about you. There ain't no song in the whole wide world tell you the way I feel now. Singing no, 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 might as well pack it on up. Got up in this song, gonna tell you the way I feel now.
A fade out.
Another one. Classic move. All right. Technical difficulties aside, what did you think about Ain't No Song?
I liked it. Carried a groove, probably the best. Oh Jesus, do it again.
You're frozen.
I am frozen. I am frozen.
Oh.
Shouldn't be
EOS
out of bed.
webcam utility.
Yeah. Put a funny, embarrassing picture of me for this, and then I'll plug my webcam in for the rest of it.
Okay.
I liked the groove of that one.
Okay.
I think it carried the most. The percussion helped it. Those hand drums or whatever those were.
Yes.
Any song with a saxophone is a plus for me. I must say.
Yeah, I knew that one was gonna get you.
Mhm.
I like that one.
Yeah, I'd put it towards the top of the top.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're gonna be saying hello, old friend, when Babby fixes his webcam.
But it's charged the battery. Okay. It's at full and it's a line coward. So
It's like it's the first time this guy's ever used a webcam.
never done this before.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now this is gaming.
So-
Now I look so weird. I'm like a dog.
Yeah, you can see all your records now.
Whoa.
Very frightening.
We improvise in this show.
We sure do. I'm gonna keep all of that in.
Good. The people
Uh,
deserve to know that my camera died because I was irresponsible. Didn't charge it before being out of the house.
It
most
said
of the
it
day.
was full.
It did.
All right, well, whatever. We'll move on to hello, old friend. I should have said that when you turned your webcam back on. That would have been fun.
That would have been perfect.
Yeah, well, too bad. Didn't do it. And frankly, I'm a big oopsie doopsie guy.
Okay.
Paris's rooftops were lovely to see. I've been away, but that's all over now. Say I can stay for October now. Stay wild and play.
See, David's back.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's why it's called Hello Old Friend.
Yeah, see?
That's insane.
He's good at writing.
He really is. Give this man a movie contract.
He made the song for Cars.
Mm,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Saxophone again.
Yeah. Bringing it back.
Bringing it back.
Just for you.
Crazy.
Hello, old friend.
No fade out.
No fade out?
No fade out.
This is a scam.
I know. What, we've got 2 songs that don't have a fade out of this whole thing so far?
That's too many for me.
I agree. What'd you think? Hello, old friend.
Pretty good.
Yeah?
I can't really determine much of a difference between this one and the last one, besides that the last one had more of a groove.
Yes.
Although I think the nature setting of this one is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like that he picture paints because I'm already seeing in my mind's eye, not his, like the freaking. This is a very fall nature album.
Yes. Yeah.
Like leaves changing in
Mhm.
like 50-degree weather, but not bad.
Not bad.
I like the saxophone again. This one's a lot more cozy than the last one, which is nice.
Yeah, you do like to see
Very, very of a time, of a setting, of a place. That's good. I like that kind of stuff, especially with this old stuff because I can't personally connect to any of it. So if I have an area where like this would go perfect, then good for me.
that. Great. Well, then let's do the exact opposite of that and
Perfect.
move on to Migration. My least favorite song.
What?
I know.
I'm gonna love it then.
You might. I'm a little bit worried that you might.
Touched off this show.
Turning hidden wheels, causing things to come about, which no one seems to feel, all invisible. Your hands, it's over for now. Leave behind what you can always return. Secrets of meaning to my dreaming migration.
Fade out.
Fade out. We're back.
Yes. Did it.
Maybe the song isn't so bad after all. Migration.
Migration. It is migrating to like the middle, maybe the top of the middle
Oh, okay.
in terms of likability.
So you dug
I
this one.
applaud its I applaud how different it was.
It is different.
I like the backing vocals.
Mhm.
Seems a lot more airy and dreamy, which is nice with his voice. Yeah, I think this is more of a going outside the comfort zone in a good way.
Yeah.
I wasn't really a fan of the rock and roll song, but this
Oh,
one
okay.
seemed like it worked a lot more
Okay.
with strengths.
I'm glad that you appreciate even the worst, in my opinion.
Yes.
I think that song is just too slow for me, you know.
It's definitely got a vibe, and I'm
yeah.
messing with it.
Yeah.
I like slow, boring stuff, apparently.
Well, that is true. We know that from your love of Wilco and Radiohead.
Exactly.
Yes. Well, then let's move on from the exact opposite of Migration, The Promised Land, the Chuck Berry song turned Elvis song turned James Taylor song.
Okay.
Passed through a lot of hands to get here.
Really did.
Left my home in Norfolk, Virginia, California on my mind.
gonna ask him never to do that again.
Yeah, I
like
think that's the only time he's ever done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell the folks back home this is a promised land calling out the poor boys on the line. Long distance information.
Fade out again.
me. Oh my god.
We're at 2 of 9 of no fade outs.
It's a good ratio.
I'd say. Okay. The Promised Land. What'd you think?
Nah.
No?
No.
You think Chuck Berry did it better?
Oh, absolutely. Elvis did it better in that same song.
Wow. Okay.
I feel like this is the wrong song for him to do.
Yes.
He doesn't have that like swagger in his voice, or like even the soul to like put off some of like the harder lines where he needs to like stretch his vocal range a little bit.
Yeah.
Just he's a good old boy that walks around in the leaves with his guitar. I'm not feeling the strength or the energy come through on it.
Okay. Well, maybe I should have picked a Gorilla then, because there's a lot of more bluesy kind of stuff on
Okay.
that one, which is
I'm enjoying like the stuff where it's more soft and he's doing the acoustic guitar and stuff because he does that very well.
yeah.
But
Okay.
this, not mate.
Yeah, I think rock and roll's music now is better than The Promised Land.
Mm.
So I agree.
I'd put those two at the bottom. I don't know
Okay.
which one I'd put where.
Okay, I like rock and roll's music now's subject matter better.
Yes,
Yes.
for sure. It just kind of feel like a weird song to cover.
It
begin
yeah.
with. So
I think it just is because of who covered it and the history of it, and it kind of
yeah,
goes
it's
along
like here's
with
the history of this song and how a white artist stole a black artist's song. So here's a white artist telling you that a white artist stole a black artist's song while having a white artist sing it
Yes.
poorly than the other two white artists that stole it.
Yeah.
So
I think that's the only
little
reason.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
It's
you know.
it was 1974.
It
He was
it was.
trying.
He was
So,
trying.
Can't fault him for that. But let's finish her off. Got one song left. Fading Away. My favorite
Aptly
track.
titled.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I know.
When I've got something to say, don't I always let you know, so that you and I can go my way together. Oh, you. Well, it doesn't really matter after all. If we quit this roundabout, no one will really notice if we just sit this next one out. Well, it's hard to find a label for this feeling in my bones, that this is all a make-believe. But my cards are on the table, and there ain't nothing up my sleeve. Leave and hear me, 'cause I'm
haha.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Yeah, it's a funny joke. Yeah, gotta throw
That's nice.
a funny ha in.
Yeah,
At the
a
very
little
end.
haha.
Yeah. Well, that is Fading Away, and the record.
And the record. Yeah, that might be the best song. I think I probably put it there.
Even better
I-
than Walking Man.
I think Walking Man is a better song, but I like parts of this song better than that song.
I really
That
like
makes
that
sense.
third verse.
Yeah. I just would, to make it perfect in my opinion, like for my personal taste, I would swap out that weird guitar solo and put the string section from the first track on it.
Mm, I
'Cause
think I would
the
agree.
electric guitar, like, feel like it took out a little bit of emotion from like the very acoustic and raw lyricism,
Mhm.
and then you bring in an electric guitar. It was kind of weird. Um, String section though, if you bring that in, perfect song.
I would agree.
But
Yeah.
I still think this is probably my favorite, despite that.
Okay. I agree. I don't know why I like this song so much.
It's very good.
It's a good song. I think if we're talking about the whole record, I think my favorite tracks are Fading Away, Let It All Fall Down, and Walking Man. Probably in that order. Although Walking Man is probably more regular in my rotation.
Okay,
So, but Walking Man.
I'd say about the same, except
Yeah.
not Let It All Fall Down and put Daddy's Baby in there instead.
I'm still surprised. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Well, great.
Curveball.
Well, what'd you think of the whole record?
Pretty decent.
Yeah.
These are records that you pick up in the $3 bin, the record store, and then you just spin them, and it's nice.
Yeah.
It's literally it.
Yeah. Are you gonna make fun of me for having this album on my top 27 and a half albums list now?
Yes.
Frick. My mission has not been a success. It was a success with Jim Croce, though, right? You like that one?
I like Jim Croce more, I think.
Okay.
He has more of a grit to him that I really like.
He's got the swag.
He's got the swag for sure.
Yeah. I do like Jim Croce more, too.
But I can't judge other people's top lists because that's stupid and subjective.
Well, you
So,
just did.
But I will judge that. So,
Okay. Fine, fine.
in the name of fun and games, I will judge you for it.
Okay. As long as it's just for fun and
But on the
games.
real though, not mate.
Okay. Fine. I respect that you like Radiohead too. Speaking of Radiohead, should we
I'm
spin a
throwing another
wheel?
one on there. I'm putting a yikes.
Oh,
Radiohead
don't
on
do
there.
it.
We're
Don't-
doing it.
Oh, you coward. Okay.
I
fine.
got to get you a yikes that's actually going to be like a yikes because I've succeeded or failed technically in all my yikes so far. So
Well, we have brass on there now.
that's
No,
true.
let's just go to the wheel. Let's
Okay, let's
let's
just
go
go
to the
to
wheel.
the
Okay. We're back on the wheel. James Taylor's Walking Man has been replaced with Extreme's Extreme 2 Porno Graffiti.
Yes.
What are we hoping for?
Just in the mood right now, like kind of we did a chill album.
Mm-hmm.
We could continue that. We got some Bon Iver, we got some Wise Blood,
Mm-hmm.
but Fuji's has been staring us in the face for a very long time,
Yeah,
and the day Corey Feldman comes up is a good day.
that
Um,
is true. It's got to come up one of these days.
it does. It does.
When did we start this show? In July?
I don't remember.
I think it was.
June or
June
I
or
think it was
July.
June, somewhere around there.
So it's been on there for like five months.
Yeah,
so.
it's been a hot minute.
I don't know. I feel like I've been wishing for all of the day ones to be selected, and
I feel like
it's been-
we do just need to get them out. so.
Yeah. So I guess I'll just keep on doing that. But I also would like to listen to Snoop Doggy Dogg. So
True. Be a big switch up.
yeah, we'll see.
Oh,
Okay, this is
Funkadelic.
Funkadelic Maggot Brain. I believe that's what
Yes.
this is called.
Yes.
I don't know much about this. This is your pick.
This will be a good episode.
Yeah, I don't know much about this. Do you want to give a quick rundown of what this album is?
No,
Okay.
because I have not heard a single song.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but I have been wanting to for about 5 years.
Oh.
And I know that it is a classic, and I know that I'm going to absolutely love it, and you probably will too.
This
So,
is funk, isn't it?
it is 70s funk to the absolute extreme.
Well,
So,
that sounds great.
yes.
Oh, you got me looking forward
You would
to the
know
next
George Clinton from To Pimp a Butterfly.
I do know George
He is
Clinton.
part of this group.
Okay.
This group. So
Right on.
join us next time or sometime. We have a release schedule that I don't know. for Maggot Brain.
Yeah, I don't know what's coming up next. It might be this.
We got a 10.5 minute opener on that one, so
Oh, well, that sounds fine. If it's funk,
and a
though,
nine
it'll
and a
be
half
good.
closer. So
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah. So join us next time. I look really small.
You are very small.
I'm a small person.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of
Weak.
crossover from James Taylor to funk. Actually, there's
Same
probably
time
more.
period, just
Yeah.
completely different audience. So
Yeah. So, if you old fogies want to listen to more songs from your youth, join us next time.
we didn't talk over the music this time either, so don't leave a comment.
We did a little bit. But they probably
Barely.
won't call us out on it.
Barely.
And if you do, you're a coward.
I did my best not to.
Yeah.
Everybody knows me. I can't shut up ever. Said no one ever. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm going to
Go to the outro screen. I still don't know how to outro a video, but there's a screen to signal the end of the video.
I'm going to walk over to it.
Perfect.
I'm a walking man over to the outro screen.
See, now you got to put like a 20-second fade out while we're doing this to match the album.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's talk about like like news shows do that where they start talking to each other and then it fades out.
Did you see that
It's-
ball game on Saturday?
Yeah, it was
Ooh,
crazy. The Denver Spurs were crazy.
Man, that's crazy.
They did a basketball.
Man,
Threw
my
it,
hag
found-
wife forgot to make dinner again.
Oh.